Hello everyone and welcome to dish 2 of my 16 course tasting menu. Today we're making spam musubi. The first ingredient you'll need to make spam musubi is sticky rice. I showed how to do this in the previous video, which was how to make tuna unagiri. I'll go ahead and leave it in the description, or I don't know if the information card will pop up. You'll see it somewhere. If you don't know how to make sticky rice, go back there, but we're going to move forward. Go ahead and open up a fresh can of spam. If you're struggling to get the spam out of the can, just stab the bottom of it and it'll slide right out. Make sure to save your can. You will need this later on for assembly. Slice your ham into 8 equal pieces. I just went ahead and kept cutting it in half over and over again. You can go thinner if you want. I just like my spam to be a bit thicker. Once you have your spam all sliced, it's time to make the musubi sauce. The recipe is super simple. It's just equal parts sugar and teriyaki sauce. I used 2 tablespoons of each and had plenty left over. Go ahead and mix it up and you'll be good to go. Now that everything's prepared, let's get cooking. We're going to start off by cooking our spam just like you normally would. I actually got a little bit too much color on these, burnt them a little bit. The other 4 came out much better, but hey, I actually kind of like my spam a little crispy. Also, as long as you get like one side looking good, you're pretty much good to go because the other side's going to be hidden from the rice anyways for presentation value. So, that works. Once you have all your spam cooked, you're just going to go ahead and now take the spam, coat it in the sauce, and put it back in the pan to let that sauce caramelize onto the spam. This doesn't take much time, just a few seconds on each side, maybe 10-15 on each side, flipping it just to let that sauce kind of brown up and become thick. And that's it. That's all the cooking that you're doing. This is a really easy dish. So once you have that, it's time for assembly. Grab your empty can of spam. This is what we're going to use as a mold. You're going to need cling wrap to cover the entire inside of the can though, because it's going to be impossible to pull that musubi out of there without it. Just make sure you got enough cling wrap to cover all 4 walls. You don't need a ton of excess. When you have that all set up, go ahead, get your hands wet, grab a little bit of rice. I mean, it's up to you how much rice you want, and just start shoving it into the spam can. You want to push it down, make sure it gets into all the corners so it becomes a solid mass. Once you have enough rice in there, go ahead, grab your spam slices and put that in on top of the rice and just push it down. Make sure your spam is cooled off. I actually didn't let mine cool enough, as you can see in the video, because a lot of the liquid gets into the rice. You don't really want that. I mean, it's okay. It just makes it not look as nice. But you're going to push down on the spam to go ahead and flatten out that rice layer underneath. Once you have everything flattened out, you can go ahead and remove your musubi from the can. Just grab both sides of that cling wrap and pull it on out of there. Be gentle though. You don't want it to break apart or fold too much. If you did everything right, you should have a slice of spam with a nice rice puck underneath it that looks the same exact shape of the inside of the can. Now we're just going to grab our nori wraps. This time around, I actually cut it into fourths. The quarter length was a better size for showing off. Actually, on some of the unagiri in the last video too, I used a quarter length. I think it works a little better than the third. Start one side of the wrap on the bottom of the rice because that's what it's going to cling to, and then wrap it around the top spam portion. Make sure you have the shiny side of the nori sticking out as well. You want the rough textured side on the inside. It grabs the rice better. Also, it just looks better having the shiny side stick out. And then that's pretty much it. You've got it done. If you want to make sure that it stays together a little better, you can actually rewrap it in that cling wrap and kind of use the cling wrap to mold everything together to make it stick better. Put a little bit of pressure on there, because if you're just using your hands, it's going to break the rice apart. So just make sure to go ahead and do it inside the cling wrap. Or you can go ahead and leave them cling wrapped after for easy storage and to take them on the go for a picnic or something. But other than that, guys, you are done. So that's how you make spam musubi. You can keep making them. I mean, like I said, you have 8 slices in a can, so you're probably going to keep going from there, and you get better and better as you keep going. Same thing with the unagiri. They're kind of in the same vein, both these dishes. As far as plating of this dish, I'm actually going to serve them all in a wicker basket and put it out on the table as if it's a picnic. Put a little picnic blanket down. So you can see a photo of that here. But for the actual meal, there'll be a lot more items in there. There is 10 people coming, so there'll actually be 10 of each instead of just, I think I have 4 and 4 in there. If you guys want to keep seeing more of the dishes on this menu, go ahead, drop a like, drop a comment, and subscribe for more content. I'll see you guys next time.